Good morning, students. Today I am going to start with the chapter Alternative Centers of Power. In this chapter, firstly, we are going to discuss the topic European Union. The Second World War shattered many of the assumptions, the structures on which European states had based their relations. In 1945, the European states confronted the ruin of their In 1945, the European states confronted the ruin of their economies and the destruction of the assumptions and structures on which Europe had been founded. So they finally resolved their post-Second World War problem by forming an organization which is known as European Union. European integration after 1945 was aided by a Cold War. America extended massive financial help for reviving European economy under what was called the Marshall Plan. Under the Marshall Plan, the Organization for OEEC was established in 1948 to channel aid to the West European states. It became a forum where the Western European states began to cooperate on trade and economic issues. The Council of Europe, established in 1949, was another step forward in political cooperation. The formation of the European Economic Community in 1957 acquired a political dimension with the creation of the European Parliament. So the collapse of the Soviet bloc put Europe on fast track and resulted in the establishment of the European Union in the year 1992. The foundation laid for a common foreign and security policy, cooperation on justice and home affairs. European Union The collapse of the Soviet bloc put Europe on fast track and resulted in the establishment of the European Union in 1992. The foundation laid for a common foreign and security policy, cooperation on justice and home affairs. European Union has its own flag, anthem, founding date and currency. European Union has tried to expand areas of cooperation while acquiring new members, especially from erstwhile Soviet bloc. EU has political and diplomatic influence. Two members of European Union, Britain and France, hold permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. But because of Brexit, now Britain is not a part of European Union now. It includes several even non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. Military force has been effective in the case of its dialogue with China on human rights and environmental degradation. Next point is the military influence. Its total spending on defense is second after the US. It also the world's second most important source of space and communication technology. Denmark and Sweden have assisted the Maastricht Treaty and the adoption of the common European currency. Even the second most important, it is the second most important source of safe space and communication technology, even nuclear arsenals of 550 nuclear warheads. The member states have their own foreign relations and defense policies. Britain's Prime Minister Tony Blair was America's partner in the Iraq invasion, and many of the European Union newer members made up the US-led coalition of the willing, whereas Germany and France opposed American policy. There is also a deep suspected Euroscepticism in some parts of Europe about the European Union's international agenda. Thus, for example, Britain's former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher kept the UK out of the European market. Denmark and Sweden have resisted the Maastricht Treaty and the adoption of the euro, the common European currency. This limits the ability of the European Union to act in matters of foreign relations and defense. Maastricht Treaty. What is that? The Maastricht Treaty. The Maastricht Treaty was signed in 1991. It is the blueprint for progress towards a monetary unification in Europe. It is based on two principles. Gradualism, the transition towards monetary union in Europe, is seen as a gradual one. Consequences, convergence criteria, entry into the union is made conditional on satisfying convergence criteria, that is the two.